Alright gamers, how's it going? So if you're watching this right now, you're probably either just getting into fishing in Skyblock, or you're into fishing and you want to know how to get better, and regardless, this video is in fact for you. So we'll start off with, just the basics. So sea creature chance is your percent chance when you right click, when a fish bites your bobber or your hook. Your percent chance to pull up a sea creature instead of just a fish or a salmon or a pufferfish or whatever the hell. You have a chance to pull up treasure too, so if you see good catch, great catch, whatever, those are considered treasure. And you have your fishing speed, which is, the calculation is, so say you have a fishing speed of 70. See, I don't know where you'd get that from. So you have a fishing speed of 70. The calculation to see how fast your fishing speed is 15 times 1.7. The 1.7 being 70%, right? No, 15 divided by 1.7. Wait, what? Yeah, so the calculation would be 15 divided by 1.7 to get your fishing speed, which would be 8.8. So your fishing speed would be 8 seconds. Almost 9 seconds, actually. So now that we know that, let's get into the first thing. So fishing rods. What rod do you want? What rod do you want to have? Which ones are worth having? So I'm gonna have a handy dandy chart up on the screen right now. And these are the fishing rods. The first number is the fishing level you need. The second is obviously the name of the rod. The third is the sea creature chance. The fourth is the speed. And the fifth is as best I could get. As close as I could get to the price of attaining that rod. So with all this in mind, the first rod you'll want to get is the winter rod, because it costs absolutely nothing and it's better than actually most rods, which is kind of crazy. And you also don't need any fishing level to use it, which is absolutely absurd. Crazy shit. After that, you want to go for Rod of Champions, which is just under 300k, which, isn't bad. It's a pretty good rod. After that, go for Rod of Legends, which is quite pricey, so go for that later, and then Rod of the Sea eventually, which is best rod in the game. And now, the second sort of part of this video is to discuss armor and pets, because they kind of go together, considering the Megalodon pet and the Flying Fish pet directly. They work based off of which armor you're wearing. The first set of armor that we're going to look at is the shark armor plus the Megalodon pet, which together as a base give you an extra 12 sea creature chance. This compared to diver armor, which gives you a total of 10.4 sea creature chance. You look at that and you think, oh, shark armor is definitely better. But then you look and the flying fish actually gives 40% speed, which is a little, it throws you off. You're like, I don't know the calculation, so I see the bigger number, it looks better, I'll use that. So doing a quick little calculation here, I forget how I did it, but it'll be on the screen right now. With shark armor and Megalodon pet, and say you're using a base fishing rod, you'd get 1.28 sea creatures per minute and 76.8 per hour. But with diver's armor plus flying fish, if you actually calculate in the fishing speed, you get about 0.4 more sea creatures per minute and about like 30 per hour more than shark armor. I don't know why I'm talking so slowly, man. This is gonna be a bitch edit. So then if we add in the the stats of my specific Rod of the Sea with its level of expertise, you get these numbers. So basically, Flying Fish and Diver is better than Megalodon and Shark Armor. But there is one kind of be-all end-all fishing pet that's better than all else, and that is the dolphin pet. Crazy dolphin pet. Crazy guy. Wild guy. If you got an epic one or a legendary one, this applies to that. I think otherwise it doesn't really do too well. But say maxed out epic dolphin pet. If you use the epic dolphin pet with Diver and Shark Armor, you get much greater numbers than either of the two using their armor enhancing pets. And then I got to thinking, and I thought, what's the best way of fishing? What's the most efficient way of fishing? So I was watching great YouTuber Verloren, or streamer too. Check him out, he's amazing, great videos. And I watched him fishing, and what he does is he fishes in the barn, and he pulls up fish, but he pulls up sea creatures, but he doesn't kill them. He lets them fly off of this like aqueduct kind of thing. I'll have something showing you what's going on the screen right now. And then he switches to legendary squid pet and goes and kills them, right? Because legendary squid gives 30% extra fishing XP. You couldn't use the dolphin pet for that, because if you're around other people doing that, they're obviously just gonna kill your sea creatures. And so you don't get the buff of fishing speed around other players. You can't get that while still doing this technique. So you're required to be fishing alone, essentially. And when you're alone, you're going to be using either Flying Fish or Megalodon. And you should be using Flying Fish if you're choosing between the two, because it's just overall better. And so I calculated the average fishing XP per minute and hour for things. So just to kind of build up onto it, for Shark Armor and Megalodon Pet, you get approximately 3,173 fishing XP per minute and about 20,000 per hour. And again, this is the average. This is not saying you will get this much. This is just the average. And with Divers and Flying Fish, you get 4,000 per minute and 22,000 per hour, which is pretty good. And if you take Shark Armor and Legendary Dolphin, or Epic Dolphin, whichever one, you get 23,000 to 37,000 per hour. But if you calculate the Flying Fish plus Diver, and then just add an extra 30% to it, you get 29,000 per hour, fishing XP per hour, which is greater than Shark Armor and Dolphin Pet. So in conclusion, Diver Armor is the best armor in the game. You cannot disagree with me because I just entirely proved that to be true. So if you don't have any of those armors, I skipped ahead a little bit. But if you don't have divers, if you're not fucking rich, you can craft angler armor. It costs 24 normal fish. Anyone can do that. You don't have to buy it off the auction house. You don't have to beg people for it. Literally craft it for like a handful of coins. And the last thing I want to cover is fishing locations. So the most popular and the most accessible is the Sven Pond. I'll have a picture on the map where it is right now. You can usually find people here in like the first 10 hubs. So if you're fishing with a dolphin, this is the place to be, unless you have a guild or friends that you can play with. The second place is the Sven Pond, but from the Spider Island. So I have a video of this going on. You can grappling hook / aspartian / whatever, however you want to get there. You go to the Spider Island and then you get back to the main hub island, but not by teleporting. And the reason you do this is because when it's raining in Skyblock, you get an extra sea creature chance. And the hub isn't capable of raining. There's no weather there. But the spider's den does. So if you go to the spider's den, then go back to the hub, you have access to a lake and you have access to rain. So that is slightly more efficient, but it's harder to find people there. So if you're going with Dolphin, that might not be optimal. The third option is the barn. I tried this. I tried copying Verlorin, and it didn't work out well. It's so hard to find a private one, and even if you do, it'll just open up in 5 minutes, so I wouldn't recommend this one. I don't know how he does it, but I really wouldn't recommend trying this one. It's quite a headache. And the last one I wanted to talk about is a niche spot that I found. You just find a private hub, you hop up on this building, and you fish in this little gutter, and it works the same as the barn, but it's much easier to find a private lobby. So those last two would be if you're using the legendary squid, if you're swapping. If you found this video useful, if you like my content, if you just love my voice, you're weird for that last one. But just drop a thumbs up, subscribe, comment. It costs you nothing. It helps me out. No detriment to yourself. I'm doing a 24-hour Skyblock live stream this Friday on my Twitch. It's twitch.tv/skargash. Link in the description. Check it out. Also, I have a giveaway for a free recombobulator in one of my other videos. It will be on the end card thing. So check that out if you want free 6 mil. And yeah, happy fishing, boys. Have a good day.
Jack. One of them has a... Yo, what? Jack!